everyone, my name is Jinah Im. I'm from Toronto United Mennonite Church. I'm originally from South Korea and now I am living in Toronto, Canada. I'm living with Pablo, who is from Paraguay, and also with my 10-month-old baby Loa, who was born in Toronto, Canada. So my family already has some intercultural aspects. I'm very happy to share about kimchi today, which represents my Korean culture. I'm going to give you some brief information about what kimchi is and also share some my reflection on kimchi as a metaphor of intercultural church. This picture shows a typical Korean meal. Steamed rice is an essential element of the Korean meal. Rice goes with the soup and various side dishes. Kimchi is one of the side dishes made from salted vegetables. In the old days, kimchi was an important source of fiber and vitamins in the winter when people couldn't find the fresh vegetables. Since kimchi is not an expensive food like meats at the time, it was accessible to everyone from the rich to the poor. How many types of kimchi do you recognize in this picture? I see two of them, radish kimchi and cabbage kimchi. There are many kinds of kimchi in Korea. How many types of kimchi have you tried before? People say that there are more than 200 kinds of kimchi in Korea. I haven't experienced all of them. Kimchi varies by climate, geographical conditions, local ingredients, methods of preparation, and preservation. These are typical kimchi you can easily find in Korean restaurants. As you see, there are cucumber kimchi and radish kimchi, and there is also water kimchi, which is like a cold soup, but needs to be fermented. Napa cabbage kimchi is the most well-known kimchi, and we are going to make it today. One thing I would like to inform you is that traditionally kimchi making is a communal work. In the old days, Koreans lived with their extended family members in a large village. After harvesting cabbages and vegetables during fall season, people would pick a day which is a kimchi making day, and they marked on their calendar. All the family members got together and made kimchi with hundreds of cabbages. Can you see this pile of cabbage? These days, many Koreans live as a nuclear family in apartments, but my mother's generation and some of my generation still make kimchi together. So it is truly a communal work. Kimchi was traditionally stored in jars, placed them in underground to keep cool and unfrozen during the winter. With the advance of technology these days, kimchi refrigerators are more commonly used to store kimchi. During the winter season, we enjoy different tastes of kimchi as it gets more fermented. So, kimchi making involves the art of fermentation. When it is fully fermented, it tastes tangier and smells stronger. So we make a soup with kimchi, tofu, pork, and vegetables, and it is called kimchi jjigae. We also make a kimchi fried rice or a kimchi pancake. As you can see, kimchi is very versatile. As we discuss how to build a healthy Christian community, I think a kimchi gives us some good insights to chew on. First, as I shared earlier, kimchi has been a nutritious food that everyone can enjoy. Kimchi was accessible to everyone from the rich to the poor. And I believe the biblical vision of the community of Jesus is also inviting everyone to join, regardless of their social and economic status. Secondly, there are various types of kimchi depending on the geographical condition, local ingredients, and the recipe of each household. It has been contextualized. There is no standard kimchi. I believe the community of Jesus is also needs to be contextualized and embedded into the culture where the gospel of Jesus is shared because Jesus incarnated and lived in a specific time and location. This invites us to consider where we are living and how our church reflects the diversity of our society. I share that the kimchi making is a communal work. I believe that the church building is definitely a communal work. People with different gifts are called to build the community of Jesus. Kimchi invites us to ponder on questions like, is our church led by only one person or by a certain dominant group of people? Are there anybody who cannot fully speak up their voices because of any kind of barriers? Are we welcoming and celebrating the differences of one another? Kimchi is the art of fermentation. It takes time. It also transforms as it gets fermented. Church is also alive and dynamic. It is not static. There might be honeymoon stage, conflict stage, and reconciliation stage. As we go through these stages, we learn and mature. Lastly, as I told you before, we can make different dishes using fully fermented kimchi, such as kimchi fried rice, pancake, and soup. The mission of church can be diverse depending on where the churches are or what kind of gifts the communities have. We can't just stay as a cabbage kimchi. God is calling us to serve the world in various ways. As I wrap up, I would like to invite you to read these 5 sentences together as it is written. And if you want, you can replace the word kimchi to church. 1. Kimchi is accessible to everyone. 2. Kimchi has been contextualized. 3. Kimchi making is a communal work. 4. Kimchi is the art of fermentation. 5. Every kimchi has its own mission. Thank you for your listening and your participation, and I hope you enjoy kimchi making.